Welcome back to another CCTVCraft 5 tutorial. So today what we're going to be looking at is jammer blocks, which are the copper variant, and there are 4 different types of blocks for this particular one. They will age over time. It takes about 3 days for the copper one to turn into a exposed one, and then about 2 days for that to turn into a weathered one, and then 1 day to turn into a oxidized one. So once you have these blocks, you'll be able to disrupt camera's frequencies between the monitor and the camera. This will put it into a temporary state, which will disable the camera from being viewed. If anyone is viewing the monitor at that very given moment, they will go back to the monitor and view the monitor instead. This will vary depending on the camera, but the time that it takes to disable the camera itself can take depending on the distance of which the camera can search. This is to improve the performance of the testing area for these particular blocks. So let's go ahead and start with actually crafting one of these up, and then I'll go into how you can repair them using a axe. So let's go ahead and start with the recipe for a EMP component. You're going to need 2 iron nuggets, 2 iron ingots, 2 redstone dust, 2 nether quartz, and 1 ender pearl. Once you have these particular items, what you can do is you can go ahead and go to a crafting table and craft them up using the following recipe, and this will give you 1 EMP component. Once you have the 5 iron ingots and the 1 EMP component, you can place them in the crafting table like so, and this will give you 1 copper jammer. Placing the block down will be in the off state by default, and you can enable this by right-clicking on it, and it will go ahead and eventually shut off the camera once the camera updates to detect it. Right now, we can't actually turn on the camera because it is jammed, so we are not able to view the camera either. If we go ahead into the monitor itself, it will say the camera is jammed, and trying to view the camera will present us with the monitor's view at the moment. We can still press Q to get out of that window, and as you can see here, it is in its jammed state, so we cannot actually turn this block on or off at all. Turning off the jammer will over time turn on the camera back into its original state. So the original state was on when it turned off, so we can now then view the camera as normal, and it will act as accordingly to what we're used to. Now this will age over time. And like I said, it will take a few days to actually get down to the next stage, and then this is in ticks, so even if you sleep, it will still require the same amount of ticks to go down. When it's in the lowest state, it will not actually jam any cameras. It has a range of 0. When the jammer block is in this particular state, the weathered one, you have a jamming distance of 16. When the jammer is in the exposed, you have a jamming radius of 32, and when it's in the full version like this, you have a jamming radius of 64. So it will go 64 blocks in radius according to this block here. So 64 blocks from here out. So you have quite a big range to actually disable a lot of cameras. If you right click on it with an axe, you will change it to its previous state. As you can see here, it will change it to the previous states for the copper jammer. Outside of that, next episode, what we're going to be looking at is permissions and the general configuration of how you can set up your blocks to have permissions and allow other people to use them. So definitely tune in for that. We'll be looking at one last item that we can actually use to get that permissions all set up. I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.